Carolina Panthers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double time. Hey, 4 down.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, check. 3 down. Lynn. 51 to Mike. Coming to you. Kill.
Lynn. Go to 50. 61, matchbox, light.
Snap comes at 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, high 7.
From the 27, Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Benedict, 318.
I'm scared.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
A
really good backhand.
Some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Kill. Hey, 18.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, he's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on first down. Connor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Man, that's trash.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Drop deep. Alert flare.
Put it 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll run it with Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, ball.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Chuck! 180! Chuck 52's the mark. Tighten up. Pull it together. No. Hands up.
They'll run here with Connor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch tight.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and 14.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is Connor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky. They'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there. 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Redskins 10, Panthers 9.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Recon, 132-5.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Come on, 180. Here we go.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Trubisky. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now it's Trubisky. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers, a screen to Bell. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
First down, Washington.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. That's right, man.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Gill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Switch. 26.
They'll look to throw. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
50, minus 50. I got minus 50, minus 50. Cut. Minus 50, minus 50. Watch the pass. Sponge. No.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Washington. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
18.
Trubisky to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, defense, all day.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Slam, slam, slam.
Protein spill.
Check 13.
Now Bell. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And the ball is knocked out, and the Panthers have recovered. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can. But maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The drive will start with Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? Complete to Washington. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You got him.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Conner, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Conner. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.